Now then, people, welcome back to the Just Joe Football Show. I hope you've had a good day. I hope you've watched the earlier video where we reacted to the lies that Leeds United are in a financial precarious position. I hope you've had a good day, and I hope this is a great start to your evening, because hot off the press, well, is it hot off the press? Maybe it's ITK, but I'm bringing you the exciting news. Might not be for some of yous, but for me, that Daniel Farke will be staying at Leeds United. Thankfully, being a content creator, sometimes you can be in a little bit of a privileged position. And I have seen parts of an email that has been sent round the football operations at the football club confirming that Daniel Farke will be staying. Not in as much words, but I will share some of the content of the email for you that basically says, again, because it worked last time, we are not dicking around with the playoffs anymore. That's from the man himself, Angus Kinnear. So look, last year, at this time, we were in a bad position, weren't we? We know we had all the issues with regards to the players wanting away, the loan clauses, which the 49ers had just, discovered, apparently. If you believe some, I think they always knew, but it is what it is. They're our owners now and are doing a great job, so I'm not gonna come. No bullshit, man, from me, Parag. You're doing a great job. Keep it up, my man. But there was uncertainty over ownership, football management, and playing squad composition. Of course, going into next season, there will be issues with player squad composition because we don't know who's staying, who's going, etc. But it will be much more smoother than it was last summer. Let's not forget, Luis Sinisterra left us literally the day before the window shut. So this year, according to the club, we have firm foundations in terms of funding. Again, reiterating, clarifying that point that we have no issues with funding the transfer window. It says also Daniel Farke, Daniel's continued commitment and a clear plan on how to evolve and improve an already strong squad. Yeah. So again, this year we have firm foundations in terms of funding, Daniel's continued commitment and a clear plan on how to evolve and improve an already strong squad. That tells me Daniel's going nowhere. That tells me there is money. Yes, we will lose players, but we have a strong squad already and we will improve upon that. Okay, individually, maybe not as well. But we're going to be fine. Yeah? He does say, I'm sure these foundations will deliver us the success we so rightly deserve. Okay? And he goes on today, just like I said earlier on, right? Today is a new day. Final word was done on Southampton, it's gone, okay? Today is not the day to feel sorry for ourselves as a football club, as a fan base. We're in the Championship. Stiff upper lip, bang, we move. It is what it is. We're in the Championship. No need to feel sorry for ourselves. It's the day to restart the march together back to the Premier League. Word for word, verbatim. And he signs off by saying, and because it worked last time, we are not dicking around with the playoffs anymore. Marching on together, Angus Kinnear. Look, I'm happy about it. About this, ultimately the footballing side of the business, right, was already in 4 parts yesterday, starting to execute their summer plan, and there is much to execute. Not least the sales of some key personnel. Not least the acquisition of some players that Daniel Farke needs. He needs more experience. Yeah, he needs a set piece to Hicker for one. We may even need a set piece coach. There's loads of different things, but the positive thing to note is the fact that the footballing side of the business are already in. So while we're still down Bank Holiday Monday, a lot of people were sore heads and things, rightly so. They were in there ready to go to work. I believe Farke was in yesterday, called into a meeting, more so as a review, I would assume. Right, what we doing and how we going to go about it, because we know we're going to lose Somerville. We know we're going to lose Nonto. What do we need to replace that? Okay, well, actually, you could maybe move Rutter out there, get me a 10. You've got James, keep him. Do your utmost to keep Graham Rutter. These sort of conversations will have gone down, So there's there's no comparison either to this summer to what it was like last summer. I know a lot of people said it's not an excuse, you're looking for excuses, but there was context on last season. You know, call it copium, whatever, but there was. Now, what I will say and clarify as a Leeds United fan and where my head's at going into next year, that I expect the best. I expect Leeds United to be front and centre from game one right until the end of the season. Of course, it won't be plain sailing. This is the Championship. But I don't think it's wrong or remiss of me as a fan, knowing the clout that we have, the players that will stay, the manager that we have, the season we had last season. Remember, we lost out on the final day to top two. We lost out on the last day of the last day in the playoff final by 1 goal. Yeah, we weren't great, but my point is, on 2 occasions, we were like there, a pubic hair away, right? So best believe going into next, especially when you still have parachute payments, you still have a strong squad, you still have the most successful manager the Championship manager's ever seen. This is facts, yeah. In terms of wins, in terms of promotions, etc. If he gets us promoted this time, he'll break, the most ever. So you have all these things in place. The best fan base in England. You have all these things in place. Then there are, no excuses. So I think it's right of me and you, I would imagine, as a fan base, to expect the best next year. The league for me is poorer. Even the 3 that are coming down, I would say 2 of them are Championship clubs. 3 even. Luton, I think, have the best squad because they bought for the Championship. They won't lose that many. Ross Barkley maybe, but outside of that, maybe Alfie Doherty. Not many. Not many at all. Carlton Morris won't get a move to a Premier League club, for example, Burnley, they could be pilfered, James Trafford, could he leave, etc. I know he's not had a great season, but let's not say he's a poor keeper. And Sheffield United were a Championship club anyway, and have many, many financial constraints. Let's not forget, going into the Premier League, they were that constraint that they sold Sanderberger and Dyer, their 2 best players, before the season even started. So, we are in the best position to get promoted at the second time of asking. And it's important that we have continuity. And from the words of the email coming out from the people at the club, we are doing that. We're keeping continuity. The manager's staying. The football operations were in, on the 27th, on Bank Holiday Monday, ready to set about the plan. Before we go on holiday, before we do bits, right, what we doing? Jordan Miles, Steinton, Nick Hammond, Angus Kinnear, Daniel Farke are all in, ready to go to work at Ellen Road at 4 Parch. Because as the saying goes, we're not dicking around with the playoffs anymore. Did it work last year? Yes, it did. So let's hope it works this time as well. Listen, smash a like on the video for me. Subscribe to the channel. Get your comments in. Hit that notification bell. And I'll see you in a bit. Peace out. Leeds.